Green space, a staff housing for Meridian Higher Education campus. Design brief was to create an apartment project plan and design housing unit along with common amenities. My first design approach was to find out the issues of a high-rise building. I found out that less outdoor spaces and green spaces, they create poor social interaction and relation among residents. This causes stress, this causes higher mental health problems, and this hinders the child development. Therefore, I looked at various methods to improve the quality of their life. Now, the environment is what influences people's behavior and their motivation to act. The environment is what encourages or discourages interaction among people. The environment is what creates or reduces stress. Therefore, by improving the environment around us, we can improve the quality of the life, thereby improving the mental health of people. The factors that I've taken for design are green spaces and the green spaces of the mountain. Now, the mountain, it is an elevated portion of crust, a high, tall element of nature, just like a high-rise building is to the site. The irregularity shown by the facade, the valley shown by the water body, green patches shown by the roof terraces are all inspired by the mountain. Now coming to the farm development, the site has very less privacy since they are surrounded by educational campuses and residential building. Therefore, there is a need for a private space, and thus a green space is provided. To make the spaces more comfortable, the green spaces and the building is oriented towards the windward direction. The basic footprint is extruded to create the form of a high-rise building. Now, one side of the building is pushed up to create views for the units above, and to provide light and ventilation, the voids are created. These voids and the step terraces that are formed are used as green spaces. Now, the building is zoned as 4 towers with 2 vertical circulation. The number of floors per tower is decided by the Fibonacci series to follow the form. Now, the 2 BHKs and 3 BHKs, they are zoned together since they are used by families, and these units do not share walls. Studios and guest rooms are zoned together as they are used by bachelors and visitors. The main accesses are the vehicle access, which leads to the basement parking and to the visitors parking, and the access which is predominantly used by the pedestrians, which consists of a jogging track and a bicycle track. And these accesses are distinguished to create a more pedestrian-oriented community. The central green space, which consists of water bodies, kids' play area, seating spaces, and various outdoor activities, this is done to encourage the health and fitness of the residents. The parking is designed in such a way that they are designed along with seating spaces. This is done to encourage interaction among the residents. The ground floor consists of services and caretakers room. The recreational building is designed to create a community space away from the residential building without the disturbances caused by noise or the visitors coming into the building, which is why the common hall, which consists of an outdoor stage, is zoned closer to the visitors parking, hence the visitors can use the space without going to the residential building and disturbing the residents. Now, the main purpose of recreation building is to act as a fitness center, which is why it consists of a swimming pool, it consists of a place for yoga, and consists of a gym. Now, the all units are entered through a common lobby which is decorated with green bushes and trees, and also consists of seating spaces. This is done to improve the environment surrounding the units and to create a space for the residents to communicate with the other residents. Now, the center of the unit consists of a ventilation duct which leads to a water body. Now, by the principle of stack effect, this ventilation duct, which consists of jalis, provide cool air from the water bodies present on the ground floor. Now, terrace gardens are provided to create a green space for the residents on the higher floors. They consist of seating spaces, barbecue spaces, and spaces for residents to talk and have a place for social interaction, which is shown here in this diagram. Now this is a typical 3 BHK unit. It consists of large windows and projected balconies. Large windows can be seen here and the balconies can be seen here. These large windows and balconies are provided to create uninterrupted views and to provide light into the building and therefore creating a larger space. Now walls are highlighted with terracotta wall finish as shown here. This is the lobby of the higher floors with the green spaces. Now the form of a mountain and how the green spaces are being used is evident in the elevation. Now as the buildings in the site context consist of white plastered finished walls or brick walls with terracotta roofs, which is why the color palette of the proposed building follows a white plastered finished walls and copper facade, which is used to mimic the terracotta roofs. Now in section A we can see the various green spaces being used. You can see the central green space, which is used by the parents to play with their young kids. You can see the kids running and having fun. You can see the rooftop gardens that are being used by the people, them creating relations and communicating. In section BP, we can see the various green spaces which is present in the building. You can see the central green space which is in between the buildings and it is accessed from the ground floor. And we can see the lobby green spaces which connects the various units. And you can see how the people are using these units. Now we can see how the copper mesh facade is being used. You can see the copper mesh facade acts as a shading device. It also has openings to let in light into the building. Now in the site section we can see that the building gets direct views towards the Pavadiputana and to the beach, Menagulam beach. Now in this diagram you can see the copper mesh facade that is used as a shading element. You can see the terraces that are used as the rooftop gardens, the various units that are stacked to create this building. You can see the lobby green spaces that are used by the people. You can see how the site has various recreational activities. You can see how the basketball court is used by the people. You can see how the seating spaces are used by the people and peacefully and all in this busy educational campus. The green spaces, they consist of grass, trees, shrubs. They consist of seating spaces, water bodies. The main point of a green space is that it improves the quality of life. It contributes to reducing carbon emission levels, which makes the air cleaner and healthier for the residents. Now the seating spaces, they are provided to encourage community gathering and increase social support. The blue spaces, that is the water bodies, are known for being good for both body and mind. It is found that jogging around green spaces calms the person and decreases anxiety levels. Now this whole place is designed as a pedestrian oriented space. Environment friendly, energy efficient, fostering the community living are the advantages of this residential building. Thank you.